Dormitories. The boys, girls and infants all had separate dormitories. The girls had 70 beds in their dormitories and slept 2 to a bed. The boys had their own beds and slept 40 to a room. The nurseries had 40 primrose yellow iron cots and 4 beds for the senior girls who slept there as well. These girls were appointed to help look after the infants as part of their preparation for domestic service. Each child was allocated an admission number, and this was painted on his or her bed frame. Infirmary. Each orphan house had an infirmary on the top floor where the children were taken when they were ill. Most of the children who were admitted to the infirmary were suffering from the disease that killed their parents, which had been lying dormant since their admission to the house. This condition, however, usually cleared as a result of Mr. Muller's insistence on fresh air, exercise and a balanced diet. Although some children died in the houses, the mortality rate was much lower than seen in children outside the orphanage. A local doctor would attend the poorly, although Mr. Muller employed nursing staff. Whilst in the infirmary, the children would receive extra milk, bread and butter mid-mornings and were excused physical work. Dining room. The children ate at long refectory tables in the dining room. They were called to their meals, as indeed to everything else, by the bell that hung in the tower of number 1 house. Breakfast was served at 8 o'clock and was nearly always oatmeal porridge. Dinner was at 1 o'clock and varied almost every day. On Monday they would have boiled beef. A meaty soup was eaten on Tuesday, while Wednesday was the day for rice milk and treacle. They had boiled leg of mutton, known as og, on Thursday, and soup again on Friday. On Saturday the children ate bacon, and in order to ensure as many as possible were able to attend church on Sunday, lunch that day was again rice and treacle. Tea time was 6 o'clock, and bread and butter was eaten. The grace that was said always thanked God for these tokens of his love, and as a result, bread acquired the nickname toke. Laundry. The admission number of each child was stitched into his or her clothing, and alongside it was a number, 1, 2 or 3. All clothes labelled 1 would be worn on the same day. The following day all the clothes marked 2 would be worn, and the previous day's clothes collected by the laundry monitors, a task allocated in rotation to 6 children at a time. Washing was initially done by hand, but when the Americans invented a machine with wooden knuckles to pound the clothes, Mr. Muller wasted no time in buying these to improve efficiency and effectiveness. Huge drying racks were installed to aid drying the clothes and bed linen. As with the nursery and kitchen, the older girls worked here as part of their preparation for later employment in domestic service.